Yo, welcome to the Midlife Renaissance podcast. Nick, Austin, Sophie, episode 53. Woo.
We're back. Better than ever.
We never left.
We did leave. Austin left to LA.
I left LA, yes. I escaped to LA, it was nice. It was lovely. We won't go into just yet. We want to welcome back Sophie. Like, she hasn't been here in a while. She's got like, if any of you noticed, a new hairdo, so, like, new fancy hairdo. And we just want to give a head up to like a shout out. What would you call it? Like Professor Nick here with his his Ibiza boss haircut.
Oh yeah.
And he's actually lost weight, folks.
No.
He's lost weight. He has like.
Well, yes, he's looking amazing.
I probably will lose a lot more weight by the time this episode has been put up online, because he doesn't seem to be putting up these episodes.
You should see, like, before he even click the episode, he's like, Austin, shh. Before I press the button, the video to record, like, say, be quiet, like, so nervous. What did Michael say when we can say, like, you're actually not this nervous, and you don't have to be censoring yourself so much, like, you can actually be not so...
Yeah, but you could be toning it down as well.
No, but you can be not so uptight and tense, like, you know, you can have a bit of fun, like.
Yeah.
This is not PG, like, this is over 18s, like.
It's not 18, but you stop
it. It is 18s, like, we're all adults, shh.
Tone it
We're in
down.
the midlife renaissance.
Tone it down. Alright. Tell us, Austin.
So we have to go straight into the LA stuff. We want to build us a bit of suspense and stuff like that, you know? We want to get past like the first couple of minutes and stuff like that. What were you doing for the last couple of, like the last week and a half, like?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? See, this is always the situation. When Nick does all the research and does all the work, but when it comes to doing all the talking, he gets very shy.
Me? Shy? I don't think so. Maybe. What has been going? But you.
All right.
Oh no! Hang on. Oh no! You go.
No, go on, good.
No, you go.
Right. So here's the thing. Nick didn't believe I could get to LA, which I got
did
to.
believe it.
No, he slacked. He said you won't go to
that
LA.
was me. I said you wouldn't go with me.
Lots of people said I wouldn't go. Like, yeah, everyone was like saying you're not going to spend the money. You're not going to go. You won't go. You're just like talking about it and blah blah blah. So when I got over to LA, actually when I was on the plane going over it, like it was like 11-hour flight. I got directly from Dublin to LA.
And he survived. You got it. Actually, they let him into LA.
They let him in and they let me back out as well. So you know, it's so good.
No, well, we haven't got that bit yet. But let's do.
Well, obviously I'm here, Nick. Obviously,
Yeah.
But it's kind of it was fun because I was on the plane. I was saying to myself, like 11 hours, and I was sitting on the seat, like, and I was saying.
Sorry, he's talking to himself. Oh, jeez, I wouldn't imagine that.
What I was saying
conversation.
What I was saying, it was like I was just looking forward to that moment when I get to the hotel and it's like late and I'm gonna ring Nick and when he's asleep and say, yo fucker, I'm in LA, like, which I did, and it was a great moment, like it's such a good moment.
Luckily, I had my phone on silent, so I didn't hear him ringing me. So
the first time, and then I sent him a text of the view from the rooftop balcony, which was amazing, by the way. And LA, like, it's called a spade. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. It's a great city, like, but it's lots of fun. Do you know what? Because like, I'm never be the same. It's like my brain is being stretched. Like, it's like I've seen the other side. I've seen the new world, and like this is
what?
I've seen the new world. Like, I've seen when you have the Oscars. I've seen an Oscar. I've seen LA. I've seen Sunset Boulevard. Like, I've seen like the Improv Comedy Club and the Laughter Lounge. This places, like, I've seen where Robin Williams like did as a comedy. I've seen, you know, where Leonardo DiCaprio's house is. I've seen Katy Perry's house. Like, I've seen.
Well, how did you know?
I've seen the Griffin Observatory because I did the tour. Like,
yeah,
the
but
tour
they
guide,
say they could have been. They might have, but they might. Well,
This is
did you
true.
actually see Katy Perry? Did you see Leonardo DiCaprio? No, you didn't.
I've seen the houses, like.
Yeah, but there could be a house for show house.
Maybe it is. Maybe like it's just because obviously the fairness, the tour guide I was with, can't think of the name now, but it was like one of the best. I got on Revolut, like one of the best tour guides in the LA. She was like amazing. She was like, there was like 5 of us in the van. Like, she was telling us a lot of story. But because she was making a point is like, a lot of people are pretenders when they go over there. They go on like the tours on the side of the road and they give them the tickets and like they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the history. They don't know the actual knowledge of like the history of LA and the Hollywood and stuff like that. So they're a bit like just making stuff up as they go along and kind of a bit vague. But where she's doing it nearly 20, 30, 40 years and she's read about stuff. She knows the deep history and she's 5-star rating on her kind of on her company, company, like it's I think it's the great. It's like got Revolut, like, but it's like the experience is like, but she was amazing. So yeah, I'll post a link to on the episode. Yeah, like a holiday's a holiday. Holiday's great. Like, in LA was one of them holidays where I'll never forget. Like, I think the first day I went there, there was a wine tasting event, like, and I'm sitting up on this hill, like in some park. It's like, I don't know what it was, but it's just across the road from the Hollywood sign and the Griffith Observatory, like, and I'm sitting there in the grass and everyone's drinking wine, looking around, and I'm like, I'm actually in LA, like, this is so cool.
Can't think any better. Like
Yeah.
the life man there.
Yeah, but it's like, and the sunshine is amazing. Like, it's just like, LA has one, LA is like one season which is sunshine, like, so, which is amazing.
Does it?
Well, like one season, like not just with taxi driver, me and taxi driver having a conversation, like, saying like, so.
Didn't have a good time until back in January and the houses were all.
You know what I mean? The sunshine, like, and
Yeah.
the weather. I mean,
But the sun could be bad. I mean, it could. When it first that was. I know.
Shut up. I like the sunshine, and LA's awesome.
No,
for
I
sunshine.
know.
It's always, you're always like aimed down at some bullshit, like, you know. It's
No.
like, oh, this is a holiday. I spent 7 nights and 7 nights and 8 days in America, like, and it was amazing. It was good fun. And the people were nice, like, and just general people. I met a guy from the Liberties pub. His name was Ray, and Bart. I think he's another fellow, Bart. Like,
Was he a Ghostbuster?
no, he's from Knocklisle and stuff like that. So he had the best Guinness in LA, which was nice. He had it on draft and a really fluffy head, like.
I thought
So.
the best Guinness was in the place down.
Casey's Bar.
Yeah.
That was a lovely welcome. That was the best welcome, because actually when I got in there, like, the guy was behind the bar was lovely, just kind of very friendly. And then I was actually walking around for a place to sit, and I went down to the very edge where there was couches, and actually where the couches were, like, there was that picture, like, that was there, like the little saying, like, and I was like, yeah, it felt nice, you know. Anyway, I'm waffling on now. Anyway.
No, I want to hear this. Your episode is called Austin.
No, it's not.
Austin loves LA. Like the song,
right.
I love LA.
Austin loves LA. Austin had a great time in LA, but we want to space it out. No, I'm only 5 minutes. I'm only doing 5 minutes, so I'm done 5 minutes, which is fair. So everyone, we're doing 10 minutes each segment, and we all know Austin loves to talk.
He can have my 10 minutes if he wants.
No, but
We've missed Austin. We haven't had him about 2 weeks.
we haven't done a podcast in like a week and a half. Like.
Yeah, but we haven't. Okay.
Well, like, I kept, you know what? Me buddies like Soph and Nick and even a few Kieran and other people, like, having me WhatsApp group was very, very comforting. It's almost like my buddies, like, just having touching base and kind of connecting. And
Yeah, but he's going yo at 3 o'clock in the morning. What's the crack of lacking?
Well,
Seriously.
we did that to him when we were in Orlando. And he
Yeah,
was
but that was fun.
Yeah, and he was like, fuck
Yeah.
off, you wankers.
Sophie.
What?
But exactly, shut up! It's not. It's an adult show. But it's kind of LA's 8 hours behind, so it's like when it was nighttime in LA, I was like texting the group and they're all asleep, apart from Sophie, because you stay up with Kieran, like, they're up as well. So
My phone was on silent, thank God.
yeah, I rang you a few times, but you did answer because you were loving the pictures, going like the Oscars and all.
Yes.
I mean, I went to one of these museums. It was the Broad Museum. It was only up the road from the hotel. The hotel was excellent. It was the Hilton Checkers. Like, it was actually in the heart of downtown, like in the financial district, like, which means like the whole buildings and the whole, like, just I was coming in the taxi from the airport and I was like, man, it's like okay, I'm a capitalist. I love making money. I'm like, I like making money, and to me, like, LA is like just the next level of like success and growth, like just prosperity, like, in a way, like. But I just come in the taxi and was like, oh, that just hits the spot, like, it's really cool, like. And even going around LA and the tour and stuff like that was it was just a whole next level, like, really, really fun, really inspiring. But it was in the Dolby Theatre where they did the Oscars, and the funny thing is, like, yeah, but the funny thing is, it was all dressed down. There was like literally nothing there but a stage and stuff like that, and there was like basically the seats were there, and it was all very, like, no red carpet, no red curtains and all this kind of stuff. And it's interesting, like, how what it looks like on the show day, like, and how they dress it all up, and it's all razzle dazzle, and they had this thing where you go into a lift and you go upstairs to the next floor, like, but it's actually on Oscar day the lift is blanketed in red cords, all sorts of different things, like. But it's just how important it is to have a fantasy and kind of a story, and what's what story, like, Hollywood is like. It's just actually, having a movie and kind of fantasy and breaking life from the kind of humdrum of, like, the logic of, like, you have to get up in the morning, you have to go to work and different things, like, having the story, the Hollywood story is just, it's exciting.
It's glitz and the glamour.
Yeah, but it's not it. But it's
They're walking down the red carpet.
It's the why. It's the why.
It's having Joan Rivers ask you, what do you wear? What do you wear? What do you wear?
Yeah, and then have people look at it and tell a story and do the whole story. It's like the why. It's why we want to go to Hollywood. It's why we watch movies, is because we want to be Yeah, the magic.
That's
That's it. That's it. The magic of cinema, and it really is that. Like, and that's what I'm trying to say. Take the Holy Grail home, you know, with the story and stuff like that. Like, actually carry a story with you, like, which is actually something.
They don't make movies like that anymore. Like the movies are great, like The Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind and Casablanca. It's all.
But here's the thing: is it because you've changed, or the movies have changed? Is it because you've lost the magic? You've lost in the childhood kind of innocence.
Evolution.
Yeah, no, but is it kind of
AI?
like, but is it because when you watch a movie when you're a kid, you don't question it. You don't have to choose the disbelief of what's that kind of what they say, choose the suspension of disbelief. You know, when you're older, you have to kind of forget yourself. You have to forget yourself and get involved in the movie and kind of turn your brain off. Like, it gets harder when you get older. As we all know that. Like, when you're a kid, you watch it, you just accept it, you absorb it. It's like amazing.
Goonies.
Exactly. Yeah. Because Goonies 40th anniversary's coming out now, isn't it? Like the new Goonies.
Yeah.
You know what? It is 40 this year. Back to the Future. The original Back to the Future.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's...
So that to be playing that Back to the Future Part 2 on October
I've
26th.
never actually seen Back to the Future.
Get out.
I've been on the,
Get out.
But that's
I've
exciting for
been
you,
on
like.
I've been on the Back to the Future ride at Universal Studios.
Yeah, where
I've never actually seen
Biff
it.
steals that was The Simpsons is taking over that one.
That's right, yeah.
We're actually trying to get Nick to go to Florida with Sophie. And
But I told my cat, and luckily I'm going away that weekend.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Look, he's trying to escape. He loves going to Florida. It's just,
No,
he's a
but
big softy.
I think too much of it is not great. I mean, going every year is because you kind of loses the whole.
Because you're too tight. You just worry about stupid stuff like money and stuff. You like just live a life and get along and just kind of be excited again. Like, aim up. No.
Listen, I'm like in the midst of some sort of midlife crisis thing. I've completely changed the hair. Literally booked last minute tickets to Disneyland Paris. Accidentally booked a
You went on
business
your own, didn't you? Like,
Yeah.
you booked business class, like.
What?
Accidentally booked business class
When you
seats.
go to do it?
I went.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember she's like, you're on the flight
Yeah.
around and she's like, where's Sophie? Oh, I'm in Disneyland, like in Paris, like, yeah.
Yeah, literally the seats had like back massagers and stuff like that. I was like, grand. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I'm definitely in my midlife crisis era, but like, but I mean, just I'm learning to.
But you also have your house together, like, you have your shit together, like, I mean, you're doing well. Like,
Do everything
like,
together.
You did a couple of million, like in well, not saying names, but your
Yeah.
job today, you were dealing with, like, you know, very heavy
Yeah,
responsible
yeah.
stuff, like,
Yeah,
so, like, you're like, got your shit together, like, and you're also enjoying yourself, like.
yeah. So I mean, yeah.
Did you hear the news? Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. After making a movie, yeah.
Well,
Although the movie isn't doing so well as the people thought, you know.
This is you reading what's the trolls and stuff like that, and the
No,
bots.
it's not doing. But you stop.
Have you seen the movie yet?
No, actually, I was going to.
You haven't even seen the movie, and you're like,
Don't.
people always say we need microphones. You have to speak up. Like,
No.
when do you keep ever get too loud? What do you think's gonna happen? Like,
You're too loud.
And I can always hear me.
yeah, you can always say you 'cause you're in your own head. Like,
I was telling you that story. Where you said, "Oh, you love that day. You love that day. You love that day."
you did love Matt Damon. You
But
wanted to be Matt Damon.
the one where your man, I mean, there was there's a guy, Ken Jennings, who was a champion of Jeopardy. When Alex Trebek he left, I think he passed away. He was the original host of Jeopardy, and Ken Jennings took over
Yeah.
as the host. They brought him and Matt Damon on to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is now presented by Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel and Matt Damon
Oh,
always.
is that not Jeremy Clarkson? No.
No, this is in America.
Is that-
In
Who Wants to Be a
America.
Millionaire?
American. And actually, it was Regis filming before that. And so Jimmy Kimmel and Matt Damon have this ongoing feud. It's a fake feud. It's basically a very fake feud. So he was kind of like, and he was kind of taking the funny out, the mick out of him, because he was one what started with the beard. He's actually making the Odyssey movie. It's actually just finished, so he's actually shaved his beard.
Matt Damon's in that?
The Odyssey, yeah, the one that's coming out next year
Yeah.
with Christopher Nolan's one
Yeah.
with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
But actually, and Ken Jennings, who was the most knowledgeable person ever, they won $1 million. Like most of the questions, like You know, and he was saying, "Oh, it's so good to have a partner who knows a lot about trivia like Ken Jennings." And then he was saying, everybody but Jimmy Kimmel, do we love Matt Damon? And then he goes to the audience, the old audience is turning on me again.
Do you know what? You were saying about Jimmy Kimmel. I was trying to get tickets, but
Yeah, what happened?
I just couldn't get them. But it's like when you walk out of Dolby Theatre, Jimmy Kimmel is right.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
But when you'll have to go to Dolby Theatre to notice this.
Yeah.
There's like writing over Jimmy Kimmel of the building, like.
But he's the new Billy Crystal. He's hosted the Oscars 4 times.
Yeah.
So
What I'm saying is it's like so cool. Like,
yeah,
it's
like, he's brilliant, and I mean he's had a bit of like his son Billy had a bit of a trouble when he was growing.
Actually, the hospital in LA is actually where I think.
Is it named after?
No. There's Jimmy Kimmel and Michael Bublé brought their kids there. Like, but it's a great, one of the best hospitals in the world.
Yeah.
Like, and I forget the name of it. Like,
but it's so weird because the feud.
No, but I don't want to fuck around. It's a children's hospital, like, I mean.
The feud looks so real, but it's fake. I mean, it's so weird. They must practice. I think Matt Damon says you can just talk. He doesn't mind what he says. I think because he knows
but it's all banter. But this is what you know. Somewhere I was listening on I don't know if it was Instagram, was saying the age of reason is gone now. Like it's now is here's the truth. Here's the most you gotta carry your own truth, your narrative and stuff like this is your own story. Like, I mean, logic in some ways you know does work. Like, but it's like why podcasts and why movies are so powerful with stories, because they're written stories and they're just something people get to believe in. Like, you know. But like this is why you know Ireland is in a way, like, we're Irish and we always say, like, you know, we have again this like Michael Collins, we beat the Empire, like, you know.
What was on the weekend?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. Like, but it's like that's a history. Like in America, they have their culture and they have their way of doing things. In America, is like just their story and everything for the country. And you know,
Julia Roberts is in that. And the fact that she's not great at the accent isn't great.
Yeah, what was she?
Is she Mary, Kitty, his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, but she was. She's Irish, but you know, it's kind of like.
But use your words, Austin. Use your words.
There's the bank. There's a pub like in Dame Street, the bank, and I think they have a picture of one that actually the Irish rebel, like, shame now, I can't remember her name, but anyway.
Oh, do you know I reminded Jim Lovell. He just died recently. Remember Tom Hanks played him in Apollo 13. He just died. He was 91, and obviously he's the guy who they didn't get to the moon on the 97.
Oh, Michael Collins, yeah.
No.
What was it?
Jim Lovell.
Oh, Jim 13.
Apollo 13 Tom
okay.
Hanks and Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
And Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
And Gary Sinise. But yeah, though he passed away. Like, I mean, obviously.
But this is like, you know,
it was like 55 years ago, and like he was 91, so obviously he must have been about 30 something when he.
But you know what I can't understand is like how people can say, like, you know, they didn't go to the moon. Like, I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, and people believe that stuff. Like, you know.
Why, you don't think the moon landed?
No, like, they definitely think they got to the moon. Like, I mean, like, why did they make the shit up and everything?
I mean, but
like, did you know what I mean? Like at that time, it was the most technologically advanced thing you could possibly do. Like, like how cool is that? Like, and then everything, and they get to a stage like where you watch a couple of TikTok videos and you decide, like, all this science and all this history didn't happen because I watched a few TikTok videos or watched a few Instagram videos or a few YouTube videos. Like, it's like, how can you just try to just be so teared all down? But this back to the, you know, the age of reason is maybe over, and it's your truth and narrative and whatever you believe in some way, shape or form. You know, but what do you believe in? Do you believe in, you know, family, friends? You know,
you waffling again.
Man. I'm trying to organise my thoughts, and maybe podcasting the most appropriate place to do because I haven't fully formed on me thinking.
You need to think,
but you know, I need to think them. But like, how am I going to think about it if I don't? I'm always on my own at home. Like,
yeah, well, you write them down. Keep them in your head. Write them down.
I take down my thoughts. But you're supposed to bounce thoughts off me, like, and bounce.
I can never bounce thoughts off because your head is too big with thoughts. I mean, you have so many thoughts. It's just.
Right, you're off the stage. I'm off the stage, so leave the show.
No.
You're going to the Premier Inn tonight. What will be like? 30 minutes.
I still have time. I still have my.
You like 3 minutes, like?
I still have my box.
Okay, so you're still in their box.
No, as I was saying, they were filming when the first time I went to Florida. I went to Houston. They were actually beginning to film. They were talking about Apollo 13 making the movie Apollo 13 for, like, this is the Easter. Before. We never actually got to it last time, but that's next time.
Well, you can go this year, they would.
No, and they keep asking. Austin's trying to.
We should give context. I booked Florida to go with Sophie and Circuit. I booked Florida. I booked booked the Love Holidays, and there was like they were going on about the holiday. I was like, I'm not feeling it. Florida's just not the in for me. Like, and then I was just like, fuck it, I'm booking LA. So I went to the Love Holidays. I booked LA, 3 times the price, like, and I still have to pay off Orlando as well, but I paid off all LA obviously. But I was just like, LA was just, just.
And it still has to be for money.
Yeah, but we all this is weird. Like we all ask each other in the group for money. This is how we do. Like just. And by the way, I asked you for money today, and they couldn't give it to me. So fuck you. Stop gave me. Because like.
This is not Pulp Fiction.
It's not Pulp. Do you know? I seen that restaurant where they did Pulp Fiction, like.
In LA.
In LA, John Travolta and Uma Thurman, like the actual where they did the dance scene, like.
Yeah.
It's like a proper.
So is there a picture of it up in the wall then?
And I was just driving by, like in the kind of
You were driving.
No, I mean the tour guide was driving by. She goes, "There's the restaurant where they did like Pulp Fiction, like." But it's kind of cool, like. It's really cool stuff, like. But you know what? It's like I'll always have LA memories, like, and it's not nice to be there, and it was actually nice, and I felt good there. So, yeah. So, Premier Inn.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Premier Inn because it's too hot at home.
No, like my window is designed to only open like I'd say less than an inch, and like it's about the size like of a shoe box, and even one of the people I work for today rang me on Teams, and I didn't have the time to put on the background that I would usually have on Teams, and he was like, God, you weren't kidding when you said you have limited space when working from home. I was like, I know. Like it's tiny. So yeah, I couldn't bear the heat last night. I was nearly getting sick. So I was like, no, I can't do that another night. Like,
So you opted for the air conditioning room, like a big king size bed.
I opted, and I dropped my bag down earlier on before I came here, and I walked in and just the blast of air conditioning that hit me. I was like, oh.
Where is it?
It's just near the 3 Arena.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there is air conditioning in this, okay.
I think she said there was air conditioning. She literally clarified there was the blast of cold fresh air, like when she walked in the room, like.
You go back to
Do you listen? And don't give me this bullshit. Me go back and sleep. When you wake up, like.
This guy's been suffering from what was it?
Jet
lag for the last week and a half.
No, because I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. And I can't sleep. I'm like.
And he's texting the group saying, "He's up. He's up."
Do you want to go to McDonald's?
Yeah.
I actually text Sophie this morning. I text the group. No, was it? No, did I text? I texted our mini group, was it?
Yeah, 10 to 4.
And you replied back to me straight away, and it was like, okay, Sophie's up, like, and then we just get talking, and I was like, so what? And I was saying like, we need a nighttime economy because there's nothing obviously happens in Dublin before 6 a.m. Like, because when it's the first McDonald's up, it's apart from the airport and Swords, I think they're up 24 hours. But I was like. What can we do? I was asking Sophie trying to go to McDonald's, and she's like, no, not so much. So then I was like, I stayed in bed for another hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. And I went at 5:30. I went up to the garage up in just up the top of the road beside Beauty's, like close to my house. And then I went to work. I was in there like nearly 6 o'clock, and it was 2 hours before anyone arrived. And I was like doing nothing. Anyway, so.
And then he waited outside for an hour for me.
Yeah, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
He says getting a haircut though. He got to beat the boss haircut.
What do people think of my haircut?
It's lovely.
Nice.
We have to. So you're getting into this thing where you're like saying this, your midlife crisis and stuff like that, midlife nation. So you're getting.
Well, no, I mean I'm just kind of like I'm in this sort of zone where it's like I want to do everything and anything, but then on the other hand I'm in this sort of weird zone where I'm afraid to go to sleep, in case I don't wake up. And I think part of that was a couple of weeks ago, somebody that I grew up with on my road, like he just fell asleep and just didn't wake up, and he was my age as well. And I think that's like, but like, I think it heightened my anxiety because he was skinny and like fit, and I'm fat and I eat terribly, so like it's like freaking me out. So it's like now I'm eating vegetable soup for breakfast and things like that.
Will you stop? You laugh.
I am very
No,
fat.
you're not. Stop. Look at him.
Shut up, you fucking lickers.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you're having like an existential crisis in some way, like a kind of angsty, kind of like memento mori moment where it's like, you know, I could die, I could live, you know, it's like on the edge, like.
Yeah.
So do you have a plan? Do you have goals, or do you just go on with the fly? Are you gonna go on
Just
day by
kind of,
day? Like,
well, I mean, I'm trying to kind of, well, in terms of nutrition anyway, I'm trying the balanced approach for once, because I usually kind of just go like hell for leather, and then I fail within like 2 weeks because I've made too many changes at the same time.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, make one small change a week, and then once you know that you can keep at it, add another one on and add another one on and things like that. But it's like, yeah, it's like, all I want to do is get on a plane every single day.
Yeah.
That's all I wake up every single morning and think, oh, I need to go, and I'm searching flights on Sky Scanner, and, you know, all I want to do is like, you know, is just go on a plane.
so adventure.
Yeah, exactly. Go on an adventure, and
And you will be though soon in about a month. Right?
Yeah, but she's obviously gone to Manchester, Disneyland, and gone to the hotel tonight, and all different places. Like, there's different.
yeah.
She's having an adventure, but she's like, been living on the edge, like, unlike you, Mr. Conservative tight ass. Like, don't spend money, can't get a loan, can't get time off work, not going to Florida.
I went to San Sebastian in September. Relax.
You know I love you.
No.
The abuse I show your way is because I love you.
This is
Well,
unfair.
like, yeah, but I mean, I'm trying different things. I'm auditioning to be part of a musical in a couple of weeks. I might be in SpongeBob the musical. So, well, Nick was critical of my singing, but Austin was a bit kinder.
No, I wasn't critical. I was saying that you just needed the range is a bit too high for you.
Yeah. But I got
Says fucking, what do you call that? I don't know any, I forget.
Would you stop?
Yeah.
Les Mis.
So yeah, so I'm doing my audition in a couple of weeks, so that would be nice. And then yeah, Orlando in 5 weeks today, and I booked the extra legroom seat on the emergency exit row. So and I remembered from the last time to book the aisle seat, because on the window seat there's like that box, so you can't quite get the same legroom. So I booked the aisle seat. So
But it was only me and you the last time the seats, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were like up at the front, so you. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You had less legroom than me. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, and then I thought I might study and sit for the insurance exams as well.
So much, yeah.
Yeah, to just kind of upskill and, you know, yeah, get my brain kind of working again, give it something to focus on. All that jazz, yeah. And I was writing with my left hand there, and it reminded me of writing my mum a fake Christmas card.
Sophie.
A fake Christmas card last year. And so my mum was completely freaked out. Like, she was saying to her friend, and her friend was in on the joke, you know. And she's like, "Do you know Norman and do you know Bill?" And they were, and she was like, "No." And she was like, "Well, you have to, because he wants you to go to his 70th in May." And she's like, "I'm not going to some strangers at like 70th, like." You know. And she's like, "Well, they're obviously not a stranger to us, though, are they?"
You get the car, like, yeah.
Yeah. So like, it just, that triggered that memory for me. I think I got about like 3 days worth of solid crying with laughter just listening to their voice notes.
But that's play, like, you're playing,
Yeah.
like, you're playing again, like, yeah, that's what life's about in some way, shape or form. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
you know, learn to play a bit, don't be so tight ass conservative, like, look at him. Give him some comments, folks, tell him to loosen up. Michael knows he's a messer, like, he's like, Nick's a big messer, but I don't know why
I'm not.
I don't know why he's so
Not.
serving so tense in the show, like, it's like,
Yeah.
Just relax.
you unrelax.
And then I've also kind of unlocked my writer's block, so I'm working on my 5th book at the moment.
Savage.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
What's it called?
it's called Maple's Journey Home.
That might be why you might have something, the anxiety, the kind of death anxiety or whatever, you know, 'cause the book, I mean, maybe you're using that kind of energy into the book or somewhere, kind of, or maybe the book is transformation of that or something. I mean, I'm doing stupid out, but you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, but
You
definitely, like, I think, you know, definitely, it's there. It's nearly there. So.
Savage. We had to have a special episode on the podcast for Sophie's book launch. Well, no, we have, yeah. We like all do it, like we
Yeah.
get.
When is that?
I've had 4 book launches so far, and 3 of them have been in the Harcourt Hotel. The one my most recent one was July of 2022, and it was during a heat wave. And all I just can remember is looking at my dad and the absolute sweat just pouring at the back of his shirt. Like, you know, he was absolutely dying in the heat. Because I think it was like really high 20s, like, you know. And I remember that. Yeah. And
What's the face for?
I don't. No face.
yeah, so no, Harcourt Hotel have been so accommodating for most of my book launches, so I definitely consider going there again.
That's pretty cool shit, so I'd love to write a book. I mean, I mean, writing 4 books, that's pretty cool stuff. Like, you're like a forced, you know, professional writer on the show, like.
Oh, thanks.
So,
Well, what have you done, Nick?
I've had to put up with you for 50 some weeks.
What have I done? No, just Sophie's awesome.
I had to put up with him for 53 episodes.
In fairness, the show wouldn't be where it is now today without Nick.
Without me.
Yes, in fairness, I will give
Yes,
that's totally 100%. We would have been dead and buried a long time ago without Nick.
Yes.
And even lets us use his beautiful table. Although we could do something with the curtains, but that's another story.
Aye.
Apologies, I want this your house. Curtains.
Anyway, I'm off on this weekend, going off to the UK for a wedding, so it should be a good crack.
Nice.
You look very dapper in your suit. So.
Well, I will.
You have lost weight, you have.
Thank you.
How can you hold on? Like when I give you the same compliment, you're like, no, I haven't. And
That's for camera, for show. So.
Yeah, you've lost weight. You have your glasses suit you, like.
Yeah.
Your hair
I need to wear them a bit more, I think. Although, yeah.
Well, here's the thing: we can all be better in some way, shape, or form. Like, I mean, but we could all be worse. So we're all doing our best.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You know, we're doing our best, and you know, we're all aiming up.
Absolutely.
Are you sure you're aiming up?
Today's episode is sponsored by Abbey Office Supplies.
Get that in.
You want your furniture, stationery, inks and toners? Come to Abbey Office Supplies. We give the same results as promised. 5 seconds.
4.
No, but I'm
Abbey Office Supplies. AOSL.ie. Right, that's the time of it. Now you have to get the camera like.
That's us.
That's us for next week, folks. Comment, like, share the show with your friends.
But tell them to watch it. I know you can make fun of us. Send some comments. Tell us that he's not great.
No, but here's the best line I ever had. Nick said, "Share the podcast with your enemies." I thought that was great. Like.
but come on, would you tell him how good or how bad he is?
Yeah, but I mean, the algorithm knows kind of, you know, negativity and stuff like that. So look, literally abuse me. Comments like,
just
comment Nick saying, you know, I mean, I like this. This keeps me saying, thank you, folks, the true listeners for listening and always listening. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
we appreciate it. You're awesome. Thank you very much.
Anyway,
till next week, amigos.
Bye. See you.
Bye.